Hello, let's see a demo of audio transcription project type in Shoonya. This is the project page in which the project ID, the description, the project type which is audio transcription, the status of the project which is published, and the number of unassigned annotation tasks present in the project, and the number of unassigned review tasks are shown. An annotator can pull a new batch of tasks for annotating by clicking on this Pull New Batch button here. The pull size can also be selected. Clicking on Pull New Batch now, we can see that a set of 5 tasks have been assigned to this particular annotator. So this is the annotation tasks dashboard in which the ID, the domain to which this particular audio file belongs to, the scenario to which this audio file belongs to, the audio duration, the reference raw transcript which is the words which are being spoken in the audio file, and the status of the task are shown. Initially, all the tasks are in the unlabeled status. Each audio file which has to be transcribed is classified as a task. So in order to start annotating, the user can click on either annotate, in which he can transcribe each task individually, or the user can click on start labeling now, when upon completion of annotation of a task, it automatically goes on to the next task. Let me click on start labeling now. This is the audio transcription annotation page. So here, as you can see, this is the audio file which has to be transcribed. In order to play or pause the video, the user can click on play.
मौजूद लिस्ट
So this is the audio, and the volume of the audio can be adjusted using this volume bar. The speed can also be adjusted using the speed drop down. And this is the reference raw transcript which has the words which are being spoken. In order to start transcribing, the user can, if needed, zoom into the audio region this way. So this will make the selection of region easier. So let's play the audio again.
मौजूद लिस्ट
So now let us say that the user wants to select a particular region and assign it to a speaker. So this particular audio file has 2 speakers, speaker 0 and speaker 1. Now in order to mark a region for speaker 0, the user can click on speaker 0 and then click and drag like this to select that particular region for the speaker. In order to enter the transcript, the user can click on speaker 0 here and then enter the transcript. The user can just type in this text box this way and then click on add. For assigning the next region to the next speaker, you can just click on speaker 1 and then select the region this way. So in order to enter the transcript, the user can also click on the particular region to get the transcription box. For that to disappear, they can just click the region again. So clicking on this box, let us say that they enter the transcript here this way. And then they can click on add. Now let us assume that there is some noise present in this audio file. Then what they can do is, so let us say that it is present after this text. They can just scroll up, select the noise tag here. So these are the different options: TV, baby crying, child, etc. etc. For getting info about how to use it, they can just place the cursor here and they can see how to use this. Now let's say that there was the sound of TV. The user can enter TV. Now the tag TV has been copied to the clipboard. The user can just click on Ctrl V here and it gets pasted. If there is one more noise, say that of baby, they can just, and again it gets copied to the clipboard, they can just paste it here. So for selecting the next region, they can just continue the same way. For deleting any of the segments, the user can click on that segment and then click on delete selected region. So this will delete that segment. If the user wants to delete all the segments, then delete all regions button has to be clicked. So if the language in this audio is a language like Urdu or Kashmiri, for which right to left typing is required, the user can go to settings, select enable RTL typing and then type here. So it just comes from right to left this way. In order to start typing in languages other than English, if the user doesn't have the respective keyboard, they can just go to settings and then select transliteration. So here let us say it is Hindi You can just enter some text here. Let's say you want to enter Pani. So you get different spelling options and the user can select whichever is the correct one. Then click on copy text. It gets copied to the clipboard and then paste it here this way. So clicking on add once again adds the transcript for this region. So as you can see, this particular audio file has 3 regions and clicking on each of these tags will give you the transcription for that particular region. So this way the user has to complete transcribing the entire duration of the audio. Now if you want to submit the transcripts, click on update button. So if clicking on just add button will not get your transcript submitted, you will have to explicitly click on update every time you complete transcribing a audio file. Now let us say that you want to pause your work halfway and then continue later on. Then you can just click on this draft and the task will get saved as draft. So go back to the project page and use the task filter to see your draft task. So this was the thing which was marked as draft. So you can either click on annotate or once again use start labeling now to navigate through the draft tasks. Or in case the user wants to skip the task altogether, they can click on skip. So again, you can use the same filter to see your skipped task. This is the one. And if the user wants to submit the task, they can just click on update button. So going back to the project page, we can see that the task is marked under labeled now. There is this feature of notes in which the annotator can add some notes here, which will be accessible to the reviewer also. So in the case of those tasks which are sent back to the annotator by the reviewer generally adds some notes here mentioning about whatever changes are needed. So annotator can then communicate with the reviewer through this notes feature. Going back to unlabeled tasks. Now if the user doesn't want to work on these particular tasks, then we can click on deallocate tasks and all the unlabeled tasks will be deallocated. For tracking their own work, the annotators can click on reports and then click on submit and then select the dates if needed. So it's either today, yesterday or weekly basis or monthly basis or till date. So for this particular annotator, we can see the email ID, the number of tasks which have been assigned, which is 1, the number of labeled tasks, which is 1. And these are the number of accepted with minor changes and accepted with major changes tasks. So once these tasks go to the reviewer will either accept it, in which case it will get marked under one of these categories, or they can in fact send it back to the annotator, in which case it will go to be revised. And these are the unlabeled, skip and draft tasks. So this is the total audio duration which has been transcribed by this user. This is the average segment duration. So this is the average segments per task. So in this case, since we transcribed only one task and it had 4 regions in it, so it's saying 4 segments. So average annotation time in seconds, so which is the average annotation time taken by the user to complete a task. Going back to the annotation tasks tab. So if the user wants to work on those tasks which have been sent for revision by the reviewer, they can click on to be revised and then work on the task. So this completes the basic annotation flow for an audio transcription project. Thank you.